Yeah.
We back, baby.
Brand new LCP.
As you guys can hear, man, I want to talk about that G. Not the giraffe. I want to talk about the G-spot, the male G-spot in particular. But before I get to that, now, as we all know, election is over. Donald Trump won the election. He is going to be the 47th president of the United States of America. Donald Trump, somehow, some way, bulldozed through them bowls. He elbowed himself back into the White House. But again, I want to clap it up for Kamala Harris and, for her fighting. She fought a valiant fight, but I believe that her campaign was too centered around black youth, and it alienated so many of the voters that she needed, which is why that those results went the way they did. But again, I don't want to focus on that. I want to focus on the men this episode, because you guys who have been fans of that
Brand new LCP
for a good little minute. Now, you guys probably remember when I had a woman by the name of Nicole on the podcast, and she spoke about how the male G-spot is in our ass. Ooh, like just saying that shit makes my ass itch. But I'm not gonna lie and pretend as if I have not wondered how it would feel. The fact that, when we look at a woman in the woman's G-spot and how a lot of women say, ooh, you hitting the spot. Oh, that's my spot. Stay right there. But to even think about the fact that the G-spot is in my ass now, I want to boo. Because I believe it's a spot that not many of us are going to experience because of the stigmas that come along with men, especially black men, having our quote unquote asses played with. It's a stigma. And I'm not going to lie, that stigma alone is probably why I'm never going to experience that. Now, a lot of grown men have told me that I guess when you get old enough and now you have to get your prostate checked, that is when some men, I guess, experience the G-spot, because you have to get your ass checked. And that's something I'm dreading. I don't want my ass playing with, bitch.
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit. A bullshit.
But I'll be lying if I said that I'm privy and that I'm an expert on exactly what a male G-spot is, because I'm not privy. Now, I know it's there. I don't know how far up I got to go to hit that spot. And I don't know if I want that spot hit. But I got some educational clips that I'm hoping that I can learn from, and also you guys can learn from. So on this bonus episode, I want to center on the male G-spot. So fellas out there, again, I'm going to try to be open. Again, I don't know if I'm actually going to allow a woman to actually put a finger in my ass. I don't think that's going to happen, but ladies, again, I can't tell you guys what to do in your bedroom, but hopefully after hearing this bonus episode, you can convince your man to let you hit that spot. But I got a clip queued up. This is from Discovery Life, and they're going to take a little mini deep dive into sex and intimacy as they talk about the male G-spot, because it's some shit I want to learn as well. So again, you guys, for taking your time, thank you for taking your time to check out this bonus same old G-spot. And again, you guys who want to contribute extra, my Cash App is $NYC Story 718. My Venmo is the Lunchroom Chatter Pod. I'm going to step aside so you guys, as well as myself, can learn more about the male G-spot. This is from Discovery Life, Sex and Intimacy. Talk to me about that male G-spot.
I have not heard of the male G-spot. What is it?
I don't know. I might have found it once, but I'm not sure.
I have never heard of the male G-spot. I've been focused on my own, but I hope it exists.
I think I discovered it on my own.
I couldn't tell you where male G-spot is.
I don't think that there would be any particular spot. I would think it'd be all over.
How do you get to the male G-spot? I guess it's somewhere around his sexual organs.
The prostate is not the male G-spot. That's fiction, totally fiction.
It's a mystery to me.
That's right. Welcome back to Strictly Sex. Tonight, fact or fiction? The male G-spot, is it real, is it not? Most of you have probably heard of the female G-spot or Grafenberg spot, right? But is there a male version? What do you think? Show of hands. Is there a male G-spot? All right, we decided to ask a couple for a little help on this, and here's what they found out.
I understand that you want to know about the male G-spot.
Yes, we do. We're trying to put the controversy to rest, whether there actually is a male G-spot.
Okay, absolutely, there is. For men, the G-spot area is in essence considered to be the prostate. And this is what a prostate looks like inside of a man.
Yay, prostate.
And it's the nerves on either side of it, on the lateral side, that are the crucial thing for stimulating the prostate. And what I want to show you is the location of it within your body. Here are the testes. This would be where the bottom of the pelvic girdle is. Here's the urethra. Here's the prostate. And it's the perineal area. You know the area I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm. I have delved into that area.
You've discovered this area before. And the thing is, for many people, they first discover it when a partner does things to them.
Right.
And the reason that it is so pleasurable is it's a different nerve system than just the nerves for the penis. I thank you both for being great sports.
Thank
Jessica,
you.
my pleasure. Paul, take care.
It's
Thanks
nice
so
to meet
much.
you. Thank you
Same
very
here.
much.
Joining us now are Paul Dean and Jessica Rush. Guys, what'd you think?
I should let him take this.
I imagine. Did it seem like it was a fact?
It seemed as though it were fact.
Okay. It is a fact.
What did she do?
It wasn't.
Let's put it this way. Would you have imagined whatever it is we're going to learn about here was going to be a good thing?
At first approach, this was an uncomfortable topic to go into.
And then you did?
And then we did, and as time went by, Lou's really wonderful lady. She made us feel
Comfortable enough that we were able to have that discussion and open.
Is this something you've been trying to get him to do for some time, or?
No. I mean, I had read, I had read things.
You read those magazines.
I was going to say, like Cosmo and things
and
like
they
that.
constantly are talking about that. And so it was a good thing overall?
It was a good thing. And, more than anything, it opened up a discussion between the two of us. And, because it's not that often that you really sit down and talk about your sex life. Specifically, and what can be improved upon and what you want to introduce into the bedroom. And I think that it really helped us.
Is it something that's going to be a routine part of your activity now, you think?
Well, I quite honestly don't want to add much into what we already have.
It was perfect.
Because it makes it faster. I mean, my orgasm comes faster, and most guys don't necessarily want to do that when they're involved in.
Again, make note, ladies, when you read those women's magazines. Guys will let you know exactly what is their sweet spot. They'll tell you that very, very quickly. Thank you guys for helping us out. It looks like you learned a lot.
I want to clap it up out there for that clip. Clap it up. Hold on. We're going to pause that for now. Now, you guys heard him say, he said that, I guess having his G-spot play with made him come faster. But also, as he said, a lot of men, we don't want to come fast because then you get the stigma of, minute man. We heard Missy Elliott, I don't want no 1 minute man. That is a stigma that I don't think a lot of us want. We don't want that. But, with having that male G-spot, it kind of makes me wonder, how exactly is a woman supposed to play with that? How exactly is a woman supposed to actually pleasure that spot, once she finds that G-spot? So, I got a clip queued up of a lady, I want to get her name. Let me get her name right, because you guys know I love giving credit when it's due. And, and she takes a deep dive into exactly how to pleasure that male G-spot when you find it. Now, it's probably going to make me itch. It's probably going to make my ass tighten up a little bit because, but I think it's some educational information that will probably be beneficial for yourself and also myself as we try to learn some of the male body. Because on the podcast, I don't focus a lot on the male body. But fellas, and I know some of y'all gonna be like, God damn. The one time you choose to focus on our body, why you chose to focus on the ass? Because I believe that we need pleasure too. And again, I can't even promise you guys that I'm gonna actually allow this to happen to me and then come back and report it. Because like I said, it goes back to the stigma, especially amongst black men, about having our ass played with. It's a stigma that a lot of us associate with being from the LGBTQ plus community. And a lot of us try to stay away from that. And again, it's sad that we attribute that to being gay, but I mean, that's the culture. That's the culture we live in. But I got a video queued up. This is from Pleasure Bobby, and you know, she gives a quick, about a minute, step-by-step tutorial on how exactly, ladies, or even fellas, you guys out there who might be into men, I don't know. I'm not judging, but she gives a step-by-step tutorial on how to pleasure that G-spot when you find it. So again, fellas out there, be open-minded. I'm trying to be open-minded, but let's listen to what she had to say. How to stimulate the male G-spot. So, Pleasure Bobby, talk to me. Talk to your boy.
Butt stuff. This technique is called the prostate stroke or the P stroke. So we're gonna get ourselves aroused, or we're gonna get our partner aroused, because we want to be able to find the prostate. So once our hands are washed, our fingernails are trimmed, and we are all lubed up on our fingertips, we are gently going to start massaging the outside of the anus. Working our...
Hold on, let me pause. God damn. When I tell y'all this shit uncomfortable. Again, as a black man, I'm trying to be open. But she said you got to lube your fingers up, cut your fingers, whatever the fuck she said. And now you got to start gently massaging the outside of the ass. And look, before I continue, ladies, before you attempt to do this to your man, let him know first. I'm telling you, so you can make it out that fucking room alive. Do not, one more time, do not attempt to play with your man's ass without, let him know first. Don't ever, especially a black man, don't ever try to play with a black man's ass without letting him know first. But Pleasure Bobby, come on, keep talking to me.
Slowly in so that we can find the prostate. Once we have found the prostate, we are going to be using the pad of our fingertip, not the tip of our fingertip, the pad. This is because we want to avoid scratching or any type of annoying irritation. This is going to be what is going to be our prostate. So we're going to take the pad of our finger. Yes, we are starting off with one. If you are more advanced or more comfortable, you can move into two. So we are going to be stroking, but we are not going to be poking.
One more time, ladies. If your man even allows you to do this shit, please don't put 2 and 3 fingers in his asshole. Okay, let's get back to it.
It's almost like that come hither motion that we would use on the G. And you want to keep a firm but steady rhythm. Communicate with your partner to figure out the right pressure and the right speed. You always want to make sure you start off slower and lighter.
Clap it up, clap it up. So that right there, it's just, you know, just a couple little tips on how to do that. Again, ladies, or even fellas out there. So if your partner even allows you to do that shit and they give you the okay to play in the booty, that's right there. You guys can rewind that if you guys need to hear that again. But that is how you actually pleasure that spot. Now, I always got to end this, man, with a black lady. Again, this is a doctor. Her name is Dr. Millhouse. And she talks about, do men have a G-spot? And also kind of gives you guys some extra info. Like I said, on this short bonus episode, man, you know, I know it's a lot going on in celebrity culture. We've seen, you know, Hailey Bailey attempt to, you know, have her fans drag DDG in the comments about his child. It backfired. So, of course, there's some shit we gonna get to. I do want to talk about some election shit, but not this episode, man. Like, I'm election the fuck out. When I tell y'all, this election season has been fucking draining. Between the motherfuckers calling and texting my phone every fucking day, hey, did you vote? Did you vote? Who'd you vote for? Like, god damn, nigga. And now they texting my phone, hey, so who did you vote for? God damn, bitch. Election season is over. Let it go. Let it go, man. But let's get back to it, man. Again, this is from Dr. Millhouse on YouTube. Do men have a G-spot? And also sit back, get these tips, and then I'm going to get on out of here, man. So you guys out there, like I said, thank you for supporting your boy, the LCP. I figured I'd do something different, man. And, you know, just try to get the men pleasured out there. Again, one more time, ladies, let your man know first before you go in that ass. Okay, let's get back to it. Dr. Millhouse, do men have a G-spot? Talk to me.
So I got asked this very question by someone recently, and while I thought it was pretty common knowledge, the answer, I told myself it clearly deserved a whole video. So here goes. So I got asked this very question by someone recently, and while I thought it was pretty common knowledge, the answer, I told myself it clearly deserved a whole video. So here goes. Currently, the widely held belief is that the male prostate is the male version of the G-spot for women. The prostate is a small walnut-sized organ that biological men have. It sits in front of the rectum and under the bladder. And a portion of this prostate wraps around the male urethra partially. It functions by secreting fluid into the semen to help sperm successfully reach the egg and penetrate it. It's important for reproduction. The prostate can be best assessed through the anus or rectum, digital rectal exam, and as the largest portion of the prostate can be felt through the wall of the front of the rectum. Okay, that's why we do this digital rectal exam for prostate cancer screening. Now, some believe that the collection of nerves attached to the prostate, called the prostatic plexus, are responsible for sexual pleasure associated with it. These same nerves are distributed to the corpora cavernosa of the penis. Remember, the corpora cavernosa are the columns, the two columns that engorge with blood that allow for a rigid erect penis. And these nerves are distributed to the male urethra. And so multiple theories exist as to the connection between the prostate and it being the arousal zone for men. But you may be surprised to find out that there actually is yet to be hard, conclusive evidence that the prostate is indeed the male G-spot. In a study from the Journal of Sexual Medicine in 2023, scientists interviewed 30 men who engaged in receptive anal intercourse. That means that they were penetrated anally, and found that the area where the anterior or front part of the rectum met the prostate, or just deeper to this, was recognized by many of these participants as their G-spot. And so is it this collection of nerves from the prostatic plexus that involve both the penis and the urethra that activate and result in sexual pleasure in this area? We don't know for sure, but it would seem that a decent number of penis owners would agree that their prostate is an erogenous zone. So there you have it, the male G-spot, aka the prostate. Let me know what you think. I'm really curious to see these comments. Let me know below. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe so you can...
Again, that is Dr. Millhouse. And as she said, you guys can subscribe to her YouTube. Just type in Dr. Millhouse. That is DRMIL House. So please subscribe to her YouTube page for some more good information and facts. So you guys out there, man, who stay locked in, who stay tuned in, thank you guys for locking into this special bonus episode of that
Brand new LCP.
And I'm curious too. So ladies, even fellas, and I don't think the fellas is going to admit it, but I'm gonna try to get some voicemails on an upcoming episode from the ladies who have actually tried this with their man, because again, we don't know what people do in their bedroom, and like, I know people like to keep those things private, but I'm sure it's women out here who would share that, hey, you know, in the past, a man allowed me to do this, because I don't think it's many men out here, especially black men, are actually going to open up and leave voicemails about having their ass played with. But I know it's ladies out here who can actually tell me, hey, you know, in the past, I was with a man and he allowed me to do that in XYZ because I'm curious. And like I said, I don't know if it's something that I'm actually going to allow to happen to myself. Again, I don't know because of the stigmas, and it just seemed like it hurt. I ain't gonna bullshit you, bro. Like sometimes when I'm constipated, the shit, like it hurt. Like when I'm trying to shit it out. So I don't know if I'm gonna allow somebody, especially if it's a woman that got some big ass, I don't know if I want 3 stubby big ass fingers in my ass. But again, please send a voicemail if you guys have had some past experience or just adventures in that space. So please, thank you guys for locking in. This is that LCP.
Brand new LCP.
Talk to your boy.